Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to go over My Trading Journal's generic broker import tool. This tool allows you to import your brokerage statement from any broker that you may have by converting it into a compatible CSV file. When you first download My Trading Journal and open it, it looks like this. There's no trades, and you might want to say, hey, I have been trading for 1, 2, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, and I want to import the trades that I currently have to see what my statistics are. So you go to settings, and within settings, there is import trades. Now by default, we support four brokerages that you can import directly from their statements without any kind of pre-editing. And we're looking to actually grow this list, so as time goes on, we might actually add more and more direct import brokerages. But for now, go ahead and click the generic broker and click import. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you a list of 3 easy steps to follow. So the first step is download your transaction statements from your broker. If you're not sure how to do this, check out the link below for references. If you are still uncertain how to find this information on your broker's website, just contact your broker. So this link here takes you to, there we go, it takes you to My Trading Journal, and on here you'll have some other videos, how to import trades from Charles Schwab, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, and Interactive Brokers. So you can go here to watch some of these videos just to see how you get your transaction statement from your broker, your transaction history. Once you've identified that, go ahead and head back here, shrink this down. So after you've downloaded your transaction history statement from your broker, you can move on to step 2. Step 2, I went ahead and downloaded 3 transaction statements from 3 brokers that I have. So it says once you've downloaded your transaction statement, you can import them using a spreadsheet editor like Excel. You can use the Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, or Excel. Then you have to edit the document so that it only contains the following columns: date, type, ticker, quantity, price, and fee, in order from left to right. Although it's not needed, feel free to remove any additional information, headers, footers, trailing columns, etc. Then save and export this file as a CSV. So it's not needed because this the algorithm only parses these first 6 columns, and it doesn't actually look for any kind of headers. So you can leave those there if you want, or you can remove them, whatever is the quickest for you to do. One thing you want to be concerned about is Excel. When you open up a .csv that you've downloaded from your broker, Excel tends to round your prices when you open it up as a CSV file. So make sure you expand the decimal places before you save it back to the CSV. And let me get that to you. So I have E-Trade here, open. So this is my E-Trade one here. And so one of the things here is I'm first going to come down to price. And notice the price here, it's not too bad, but I'm going to go ahead and expand this. And let's go ahead and expand, not that direction. Boom, boom. Here we go. This way here, you get all the significant figures. For example, this cell here, which would have cut off some of those files. So now what we're going to do is we're going to edit this document so that it matches this setup here. Let's go through it. All right, so first, this top row, again, you don't even have to worry about that or this. First one is date, check, we got that done. Second one, transaction type. We do need this. This is the transaction type. It's already set up and type there. It says sold, sold short, bought to cover, etc. You have security type. We don't need that. Go ahead and just delete that column. Symbols. We do want the symbols, so go ahead and keep that. And again, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. The algorithm is going to look for just these columns with the sold, bought to cover, sold short, etc. Quantity, we need the quantity. Amount, this is the total amount. Yeah, we don't need that. Delete that. Price, this is the price you pay per share. And commissions, this is if you have any fees. Description, I'll just go ahead and leave that hanging off the ends there. So let's verify we have these in order. We have the date, we have the types, or a description that shows the types within. We have the tickers, we have the quantity, we have the price, and then we have any fees that might happen. This guy is ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and hit save back as a CSV. Close this document here. So I went ahead and saved this file. Now we need to insert this data here. Step 3, set up the following menus and text fields to match the data in your CSV. I shouldn't have closed it, but let's reopen that again. Where'd it go? Here we go. So I just went ahead and reopened it. I don't know why it shrunk that back down, but that's all right. It looks like it kept the fields there. So what this is asking here is first we have to name the broker. So we're broken. This is going to be E-Trade. You can name this whatever you want. And then the date format. And if you have questions on what this date format is, you can click here and this gives you a couple examples. If your date format does not follow some of these examples, you can go ahead and go to this website here and it will show you a list of other formats and dates you can use. In our case, we're lucky. This looks like it's a month, day, year. So that's already set up here with month, day, year, capital MM for month. And then you have this section here. Now, when you first open this, it'll look like this. This is the terminology, the language that your transaction statement uses for each buy, sell, short, cover. And for more details, you can look in here for what it actually means. So in this situation, what we use for buy is we use bought, and then what we use for sell, they use sold. To sell short, to enter a position, they say sold short, and then they say, looks like bought to cover. So what we do here is, that's a big one, so I'm just going to copy that one here. So the bought to cover's here, and then they say sold short through here, and you want this to match the word itself. And I believe it's case insensitive, but just go ahead and match it safe. And so then we say bought and sold. There we go. So now we've set up the statement. We can go ahead and close this here. Don't save. So now we have the CSV set up with the right columns, and we have the broker, the date, and the language it uses. And you can go ahead and click import. And let's go ahead and select the document, which was on my desktop. And within my desktop, it's under these transaction statements, E-Trade, open. And then done. Total transactions imported, 12. Total parsed into trades, 5. New trades added, 5. Verified, 5. All right. Now that was a very small one, but let's take a look at the stats for that. So you don't see anything here because this was actually a long time ago that I traded those. If you click on all, this was September. Go back here. September 1st through September 9th. I didn't actually have E-Trade for that long. You can go to statistics and see, oh man, all time, not that great as you see. I think I just used this as a test broker for setting this stuff up here. Now let's go ahead and move on to a more difficult one. And I say more difficult because it has a little bit more steps you're going to want to take. So let's go back into settings. Go to your generic import tool, click on import. We're going to follow the same steps, and this time I'm going to use my interactive brokers. My interactive brokers is not set up in a CSV. It's set up as this TLG. So in order to do this, you're going to right-click your file and open this with a text editor. And here it has a lot of stuff in this, but what we're going to do is we don't need any of this top stuff. I'm going to go ahead and cut all that stuff out there. And then copy all this. In fact, what is this thing here? Let's make it nice and easy there. You copy all this, Command C, Command V, and then we're going to go ahead and open up Microsoft Excel. Let's see here. Boom, and paste. So I went ahead and pasted all this in here, and there's a little paste special. We're going to go ahead and use the text import wizard. And it is a delimited file, and it doesn't use a space. It happens to use a vertical bar. So use vertical bar, hit next, hit finished. All right. And so we went ahead and imported the .tlg into this file here. Now, one of the things, you want to warn you is that sometimes they can cut off values. This one does not look like it cut off any values, so that's good. Now we need to get this into the format that we want to have imported. Let's go ahead and close off some of these. I'll shrink this guy down and exit this guy here because we don't need it anymore. So let's go through and get it in order of date, type, ticker, quantity, price, and fees. So the first row, what is this? Okay, not needed, delete. Second row, what is that? Some sort of transaction ID? Delete. This is your symbol, so that's the ticker. And then this, what is that? That's some sort of description. Don't need it, delete. What is this? MMOC. This looks like your market maker. Delete that guy, don't need it. Sell to open, this is the language that it uses. So this is actually your, what we call type. Sell to open, buy to close, and then there's buy to open and sell to close. This is what Interactive Broker uses as a close or open position. Again, we don't need that guy. All right, we have a date. Oh, and we have a time. So we have a date, we have a time. Don't need this column. This looks like a quantity here. Ones, bunch of ones. I don't think that is $1. I don't know what that is. I don't think that's a fee or anything. I'm just going to delete that. Then you have this. This looks like the price. What is this? This is the amount. If you multiply those together, I think you get this number here. We don't need that. What is this here? Delete that. And this looks like the fee. There we go, fee. And then we have a whole bunch of other ones. I don't care about these ones. You can leave them there. You can delete them and do whatever you want. One of the things here that makes this also a little more interesting is that if you only import using the date, then the times are not set. And in the statistics, we're going to get to a point where we're actually going to use time of day for your statistics, and you're going to want to make sure you add all your times. So how do we combine these two fields? I'm going to go ahead and cut them from here and paste them over here. How do we combine the date and time into one field so that we can use it to import all together, not have to waste any time? Well, I've already went ahead and looked up the equation, but I'm going to go ahead and type it in for you to combine these two fields. It took me like 20-30 minutes to actually find this. You can just Google on Excel, how do you combine date and time and in the correct format. So here's how you do. You're going to say concatenate, and then you're going to say the column, which is that's at K3, comma, and you want to concatenate a space. So make sure to put a space in there. Or anything, you can use the delimiter here will allow the delimiter here, you can set it up to be whatever you want here. So you can use the space. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to type in text, because the time in Excel converts to some either UTC milliseconds or seconds from some time. And we don't need that. So we're just going to use the text feature. This is going to be an L3. And you're going to say comma, and it's going to be hours, minute, seconds, and close off your brackets. So this is the equation you're going to use, and that's going to concatenate the date and time with a space between. There we go, and look at that. Nice date, time all set up, and you can just drag this down, copy it across. I'm going to go ahead and take this and copy it all the way. Oh man, more trades. Oh man, Interactive Brokers. How many trades do we got here? Or transactions anyways. I'm going to paste that all the way down. So make sure we have everything there. And then I'm going to cut this cell here, and I'm going to insert it in the beginning. Insert cut cell. All right, so now let's verify that we have everything in order. We have the date. We have the, type needs to go next. So let's go ahead and cut this cell, insert cut cell there. So now we have date, type, ticker, then quantity. Let's go ahead and delete these middle cells here. Quantity, price, and fee. There we go. You have everything you need. You just go ahead and save this as, you can save it as what? IB transactions. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and put that in desktop, transaction histories, and save. And now we've created our next import. Now let's see if this is going to work here. So this remembers our last entry. We're going to go ahead and update this. This is going to be our Interactive Brokers. And the format is going to be, looks like, and again, if you don't know what the format is, you can click this here and it will show you a few examples and a few examples with time. And if you need more examples, go to this link here to give you more information on how to actually fill this out. So in this situation, we're going to actually use this thing here. It looks like it's set up to be year, month, day. And then you have, year, month, day, and then we have the hour, minute, seconds here. And so we're going to combine those two here. So you're going to do year, month, and day. I think day is lowercase. Let's double check. Yes, month is capital, day is lowercase, and then lowercase m is for minute. So year, month, day. Then we have a space followed by hour, colon, minute, colon, seconds. And let's just double check that again too. Hour, minute, seconds. There we go. And so that's the format there. Now we need to update the language that is used in this transaction statement. The language used here to buy is going to be buy It's all capital letters, buy to open and sell to close. And then for shorting, it's going to be sell to open and buy to close. And that's the language that this document, this transaction statement uses. Once we have that, now we actually get to test to see if it works. So we're going to go ahead and click import and see what happens. Well, after we select the file, of course. So it's in desktop, transaction history, and we saved it as, oh, I didn't save it in the correct format. No problem. Let's go ahead and open that document back up. And here is IB transactions. So it needs to be saved as a CSV. And to do that in Excel, you simply go up to File, and you say Export or Save As. IB transactions, change this in here, and go down to CSV, comma delimited, and then click Save. Now you can exit, and you can check out this file here, make sure it still has everything you need, all the significant figures in the fields. And let's go here and try this one more time. So now we're going to import this in here. Cross our fingers to hope this works. I did it right on the first time. And done. Total transaction imported. So there were 1,466 lines transactions, and there were 639 trades. Added those trades and verified them. Now this verified field, this indicates that the transaction was verified via your bank statement. So as you make trades throughout the day, you may enter them manually, and then you can update or upload a statement later that will verify your manual transactions. So let's take a look at how well I traded on Interactive Brokers. So go ahead and go back. Now you're going to see much more trades in this field here, all these trades here, and you can click into any one on any day, and you can see all the trades I've made on this stock here. So you can see last 7 days, last 30, last 90, long or short, or you can make a new trade. But let's head and cancel here. Let's go back. Let's take a look at some statistics. Here we go. And so over the last 90 days, let's do all time. So all time, you can do long or short. You can check out your winning percentage, gain over loss, or you can select the brokers. So this is the text that you entered. If you just want to look at your E-Trade or just your Interactive Brokers, you can do that, or you can check all of them here. And so with all time, all types, my net profit across these two brokers, my winning percentage is 57.9% with an average gain of 1.28 and 1.07 and a net profit of $1,243. You can check out the amount of fees, loss and profits you have, as well as your winning percentages and gains and percent gain and dollar gain. So that's it. That's how you import import statements using your generic broker.